The 3-minute lie that everyone should be talking about. Hey, if you've talked to a security company lately, I don't care if it's ADT or Brinks or some other large security company, you're going to most likely be told a story that, hey, once you have this security system in, it's going to call the police, fire, and medical services, it's going to call EMS services, and somebody's going to show up within 3 minutes to help take care of whatever your problem is. And that's a lie that they have been, portraying for years. They've been telling customers, once this system goes off, you're going to get a call from someone, and then, if it's an emergency, then you're going to have the emergency services dispatched. And I want to give you first of all, if you are thinking about buying a security system and you don't have a firearm in your home, by all means, go buy a firearm first. You are not, and I'm going to put a little clip of a video right here. Matter of fact, watch this clip. You're going to see this from a couple different angles and see how fast this happens. Let's start counting again in a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's about 6 seconds this whole thing happens. Incredibly fast. All of that happened in about 10 seconds. She had 4 people break into the house. She killed one before he got out the door. Another one went out the window. I mean, what happens very, very quickly once someone is in your home. And most people don't even understand the statistics behind your average shooting. Your average Walmart parking lot shooting takes place in 3 seconds and there's 3 rounds fired. If you don't have your hand on your gun or a way to get to your gun in a hurry, you're at a huge disadvantage. Can you imagine how long it takes? 3 minutes inside of your house, someone is there and they're ravaging your house. They can do whatever they want to you or your family or your kids. So if you're thinking about getting a security system and you don't have a gun in the house, don't buy a security system first. Go get yourself some personal defense. Go get, if you have no guns, at least get a handgun. Okay, the handgun is going to be something you can take with you. You can carry with you, depending on what state you're in. Know your state laws. Don't get yourself in trouble. But a handgun is something that you can take with you. You can also use it for home defense. My personal preference for a weapon for home is a shotgun. Sitting beside my bed, I have an ATI shotgun loaded with buckshot and birdshot. And if you break into my house, that's what you're going to get. And I like a short barrel because it's something I can pie a door around very easily without somebody grabbing hold of the barrel and pulling you out the door. But if you just watch the video of the lady who had the home invasion, you don't really realize just how quickly things are going to happen. And I forget what percentage, but a lot of percentages of home invasions, there's not one person. There's almost always more than one person. So this BS about only having 10 rounds, like you don't need high capacity magazines. I showed a video last week. As a matter of fact, I'll put a link on that below too. These guys broke into a jewelry store, robbed the jewelry store. There were 17 or 18 of them that backed the car through the front of the jewelry store, broke the glass out, broke the front out, and all of them piled into this jewelry store. But the 3-minute lie, here's where that comes from. The 3-minute lie is, if you are in a metropolitan area and you are within a short distance of police department, fire department, sheriff's department, then they're going to respond within 3 minutes or less. The last time that I had the police call to my house, we had a false alarm and we were out of town, and the heater in the house triggered a false alarm. And so when the monitoring station called me, I thought, I'm going to see how long it takes for the police to get there, because I live in a rural market. And so she asked if it was a false alarm. By the way, there's a difference between a duress password and a subscriber password. Duress password on your form when you fill it out, that is for if you have a real alarm. It is the password that you give the monitoring station for a real alarm. If it's a false alarm, accidental alarm, something accidentally set it off, dog set it off, what have you, like us, a heater set it off, that is your subscriber password. Oh, it's a false alarm. Here's my word to cancel. But when they called me, when the monitoring station called me, I really didn't know at first what it was. I said, hey, I don't really know if there's someone inside the house. Can I just hang on with you? I'm out of town. She said, sure. So I had my wife, who was sitting beside me, get her phone and call her neighbor. Hey, neighbor, can you maybe peek your head outside and see if you see anybody around our house looking around? Anybody snooping around? Anybody looking in the windows? You see any lights on? Anything going on? And of course, the alarm was going on in the house, so it should have scared someone away. But I thought, I'm going to test this thing out. 17 minutes later, the police showed up to my house. I'm going to give you some Nashville statistics, okay? Now, I don't live in Nashville. I live outside of Nashville, but we're the most familiar with the Nashville metropolitan serving area. Right now, even if it's a potential homicide during certain times of the week, certain days, you may not get anybody to ever respond to your emergency call for help because they're understaffed, they're undermanned, there's not enough people there to respond to emergencies when that alarm system goes off. So let me tell you what the alarm system is for too. The alarm system is not, it will. If you're out of town like I was and it calls police, fire, and medical services, that's great. Maybe they'll stop somebody from stealing your grandmother's jewelry that's tucked away in the house somewhere, or maybe guns that are tucked away somewhere. But that's not the main reason for an alarm system. Alarm systems should have two functions. I still have a contest out for the first function. I'm not going to tell you what the first function is, but there is a specific first function that alarm system nowadays should have. But the second function of that alarm system is if you have a break-in, it needs to get your butt out of bed so you know how to respond to a threat. And it needs to be sophisticated enough that it tells you what door, what window, how somebody came into your house or business, so you can adequately respond to that threat. An alarm system is not to call the police. That is a function of it down the list of importance. The first thing on the list of importance, we'll see if anybody tries to answer the question. I'll probably give that really quickly in a subsequent video. But it's to get you out of bed, to get you to respond, to let you know that somebody opened a door, that somebody has breached your house, broken a window, all those types of things. Because you have to know how to take care of your family. Please, 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 don't depend on the police. They're great when they're nice policemen. The sheriff's department, they're great. But they're not going to get there fast enough if your life is in danger. You are responsible for taking care of your family. Don't believe that 3-minute lie that ADT and some of the big companies tell sometimes. That is a false hope that somebody's going to show up in time to help you out. Hey, do us a favor, would you? Like and subscribe.